And we're in here, folks. We're into the action. We're into the fun. Evil Geniuses against Mythic here on Ancient. And EG get the luxury of the CT side start. Fast playing towards mid. Hex wants this action. He's all about it. Boss, but he's going to catch a little bit too much heat for his liking. Still gets a kill, despite the early gush. Junior actually slips right back into the fray, but he cannot find the headshot he's looking for.
Yeah, it did a lot of damage.
Oh, did it indeed? Freak, that's a big kill on George. The dualies looked like they were going to melt him, but the dink comes through. And with it, a bomb plant. Good start here for Mythic in the pistol round. But a lot's going to ride on Cooper right now in this duel. And he goes a little wide, gives Junior the opportunity. Now they can pinch the donut players. It's all going to hinge on Freak. Coming in late, he needs to get in time to keep his teammates alive, and he could do no such thing. And at this point, they realize what's going on. Plenty of time for that defuse, especially since Walco even had a kit.
That was a pretty clinical retake, I gotta say. I mean, just coming on through, clearing out all the bodies that Mythic had in the vicinity, in particular, that critical donut fight, like you mentioned, no fuss at all for Walco, who gets himself a 2K. And Junior really kicked it off well by finding the opener in the retake and giving his team the space to go for those fights, as mentioned. So 1-0 in favor of the Evil Geniuses, but the bomb plant did go down. So Mythic are going to be able to force up and get more rifles than the Evil Geniuses. It's going to be 3 Galils, the AK, and Hate settling for the Deagle because someone has to buy the utility. It's not much, in fact. A little light on util, but Hate has 2 flashes, the smoke, and the Molotov. The nades are off. In the favor, Walco has to be careful not to overcommit here because he could go down and great shot for himself as Freakazoid goes down, and an upgrade for Walco.
Upgrade indeed. What's Hate got with this Deagle? What's Hate got with this Deagle? He's got nothing because the fight has left. Walco, taking his ill-gotten gains, has slipped away. Now with the bomb will group, there's only a minute left on the clock. There is utility still on Hate, but only Hate. So if he drops, looking at a bare naked fight. Into the red room. This is a spicy spot, and he's going to get the kill as well. This opens things up. This causes doubts. Rush wants to retake the ground, and he will do exactly that. Doesn't want to stick around, but actually thinks better of it. Knows that they need this real estate. Pressure is on at George. If this comes out donut, it could actually be a little bit hairy. They just need 1 kill, and it's a bomb plant, and George actually doesn't want to give that kill to them. So a bomb plant looking likely here. Not a bad result for Mythic. For EG, it's about the round, and they're happy to play it from the retake, as we saw in the pistol. They will group up. Tech's going all the way through A main. This is going to take a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah, he's coming in on a flank here, so we'll see if he ever activates because EG are going to have to make a move soon. And there we go. Walco takes down Hate, Truck Lover, and Flom, last 2 standing. And now here comes the EG train. Oh my goodness, both Mythic players in donut. Truck Lover gets 1 before going down. Now it's all up to Flom, and there's no chance. I mean, he has to get all 3, and the bomb's already going to get defused. He does get 1, but Rush finds the immediate trade. That'll do it 2-0 in favor of EG. And Mike, I like the mid-rounding there from Mythic. I like the decision and the read to go back to the A site. They find the bomb plant. The thing is, again, unable to hang on in that post plant. And full credit to Evil Geniuses. They're doing a really good job of clearing out all the angles.
I will say there was one moment where that retake could have come up part of the seams.
Yes.
Which is when Walco catches the kill on the player swinging towards CT spawn. Walco has the only kit. So if he actually gets dropped there, I think the kit likely would have been just far enough out of reach that even if there was a successful retake, they might have lost it on time. But Walco wins, so good point. Window peek coming through, and Walco won't even need the assistance. He has deleted the cave push. They're trying to go faster in towards B. They're trying to accelerate. But at least so far, the first thrust vaporized on contact. There's Truck Lover. Making this a little interesting, but only to the tune of 1 kill.
Oof. Well, that's that. George takes care of Cooper, and Flom goes down as well. Yeah, nice shot from Truck Lover. We talked about his headshot percentage being pretty ridiculous, sitting at 70% coming into this matchup in 8 maps played. And it's just going to get better, of course, since what was that? Is that his first kill? Second kill, right? And also a headshot. So there you go. But the important number That's the overall score here, not favoring Mythic at all. 3-0 in favor of the Evil Geniuses, but it is still the early goings, and now Mythic will have their first full-on AK buy-up. Utility not exactly there yet, though, because it's still, pretty strong, but they're missing a few pieces. Rush gonna throw a flashbang. They're just gonna pop out a Jaguar here. This is risky, but it works. Rush gets one and the second, and they also had reinforcements coming down the B ramp. That's some really timely aggression there from EG.
Strong run continuing. Trade set up on Flom, so that mid control is held on to. At this point, you've got two players isolated outside of B main, and no one else is left for Mythic, so they're going to shift. Trying to spread around, trying to find something here, but it's pure domination at the start of the 4th round for EG once again. And this one, well, it's been looking a little one-sided, John.
Yeah.
It's been looking strong for the Geniuses.
I mean, it could change at any moment, but yeah, the way this one has started has been very much lopsided in favor of the Evil Geniuses. So we'll see if Mythic has an answer. This guy right here might.
If they could turn this around, it would be huge. Bomb still can be retrieved. Cooper's trying to make this noise. Wary of the window peek coming through at any moment, but they're not going to give him what he's looking for. Instead, Junior shifts to adjust in towards mid. Does leave A main open, but as time gets short, the bomb's not near to that, and Hate's actually sticking around outside of B. And with that kill mid, that's the player they knew was in. So they don't have to over-rotate. EG still leaving some gaps here. And Hate's actually going to take advantage to slide on in towards the site. Crossing's going to be a different ask. As he gives his position away, Hex knows he hasn't crossed. Hex knows he hasn't crossed. The bomb plant conceded. So something found for the round at least, but nothing more.
Yeah, no, I mean, at least like you mentioned, the bomb plant comes through, so the money stays relatively healthy for Mythic. It should be another pretty good buy-up, but again, the util won't be full up. We'll see.
No.
But, yeah.
And the thing is, at this point, John, the money's built up for EG, right? They've got to buy in the tank, which is such a good place to be in for an Ancient CT side, because one of the most dangerous things about the Ancient CT side is running out of that utility. You need to have that utility if you want to take that aggressive control in towards mid or outside of B. If you want to go for those window peaks, you have to have the mollies and the smokes to set it up. And now, EG have guaranteed themselves those things, at least for a little bit. Speaking of the utility, this time, Mythic are mostly past it. Not quite past the AWP. But it'd only be 1 kill for Junior. And George wants to go for a Madman peek. Oh, this is spicy. They're not going to expect this quickly.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
Oh, he's going to find bomb.
This is catastrophic.
He's just going to find the bomb. He just avoided every player, and now he's got the C4. Oh, my goodness. There's no world where Mythic expects him to be here. And if they come back out at Donut to try and retrieve it, well, there's 2 more players. Oh, no, Mythic.
This is just a blunder. They had the ace site free and clear. Hate's not even looking for George there, so a free B for him. Freakazoid last one standing. Honestly, Mythic giving up the bomb and don't get the plant as a result. That is just a tough pill to swallow.
What a mad lad play from George. What a mad lad play to know that there was all this contact in towards mid, to push through the smoke, and then not just go for the flank on Donut, but go all the way through. He didn't just want the body blow. He wanted the knockout punch. Rush. Losing track of Freakazoid's position. They don't seem to have realized where he was. Still should be no chance for Freak to actually win this round, but he does have 25 seconds to make a nuisance of himself. And as he's backing out towards A main, it looks like he might just be looking for damage here.
Yeah, I want to talk about George's movement a little bit more, right? Because he could have gone for that fight into Donut, which is kind of what I expected him to do, given how much presence was around mid. But instead, he goes for the even more ambitious flank. And if Mythic has the bomb, you would have to go for contact into A main. But because he finds it, just says, okay, I'm just going to stick around here. And then Walco, well, he keeps winning. He's got 9 frags, 0 deaths. The only player in the server who hasn't died yet. And, well, Evil Geniuses are going to cruise to a 5th round. And again, their economy continues to be built up here.
Finally, without the bomb plan as well, we're going to see the eco around the one that saved rifle of Freakazoid. So hero gun for Freak. Let's see if he can make it work for them. Looks like we're getting the faster play out. Utility's decent here for EG, but it's not connecting. Was that Molotov on the stairs from Mythic? I don't know quite where that was. I guess it was supposed to be for back B and it just missed.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it missed, Junior collects.
Yeah.
And a second.
Again.
Why not? Just keep facing the op.
Junior highlighted him in the pregame. He has been just stellar for Evil Geniuses since joining up with the squad. So here in this matchup, Walco 11-0, and
Bro.
Hex gets the last one. They can't kill Walco.
Walco's world. We're just living in it. I love it. I love when Walco's popping off.
Yes.
One of the things is it is the biggest barometer for how comfortable EG are in a map or a matchup. And it's really cool to see it on Ancient because, yes, maybe Mythic is not the most strenuous of opponents for EG. They're not going to have the deepest strap look. They're not going to have crazy in-depth exploitation. They're not counter-stratting most likely. But we generally notice that Walco's individual performance tends to be linked to how comfortably he's calling on a map. And when he's focused more on the IGLing and thinking through what the next step is, sometimes the individual play suffers.
Definitely. And I think that he's also made great strides over the last year just to become a better player individually. And I think that he has these moments where he is the best player on the server, both in terms of his calling and in his performance, fragging wise. So yeah, that's what we're seeing right now. You're absolutely right, Mike. That's when the team, you know that EG is playing well if Walco's sitting at the top of the board.
Huge chance here for Mythic. They've been given the A site. There's a little bit of stall out utility here, but the bomb's still going to go down. Now they get a full 5-on-5 post plant. This is huge. But George will get the opener. The second, not quite there. Got a very wounded Hate. Advantage towards the Evil Geniuses. They've shown a lot of comfort in these retakes, but Hate is in a very stuck spot. Oh, that's brilliant. Great shooting out from Hate. Takes the head off, gives his teammates a chance. Let's see if they can capitalize. Flashbangs are good. They've seen Cooper. They know where he is. Blum is stuck because of that Molotov. He has to swing through it. He's a dead man. Plenty of time for the defuse. And most importantly, John, Walco still hasn't died.
Yeah, he's got 2 kills per round as well. He is looking incredible. 3K in that one. I thought he was finally going to go down, but no. Cooper can't really lock in the frags, and this is what I was potentially expecting as a problem is Cooper up against Junior. I would give Junior that edge. Even as good as Cooper is, Junior is just a level above him in terms of his opping, and it's not to say that's the reason why Cooper's been struggling, but I mean, he really has been shut down by the EG squad, and he hasn't really been able to have an impact here. And when you're shutting down Cooper, a lot of the possibilities for Mythic to come out with a win disappear. Junior's going to get an open here onto Freak. Now he backs off, throws the nade, connects on the Truck Lover, takes him down to half health, and then turns the corner and gets Truck Lover.
Heater early here. The Russians finding the fight in towards mid. Cooper a little bit wider than he expected. 2 extra pixels rather. And Rush on the reposition. This one's going to be clean for the Geniuses. So it goes from good to better for EG as they do not find a blemish in round number 8.
And the question becomes, will Walco die on Ancient? That's,
yes, certainly.
wow.
Certainly still, right? There's
I
at
don't-
least 8 more rounds to play.
I don't think there's been a BO3 in Challenger League where a player has not died.
The thing is, as
every
well,
single
he's
round.
playing Cave, which is normally one of the, if you look at a heat
It's a
map
tough
of
position.
Ancient,
Yes.
is like the most highly contested early round position for most teams.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a tough spot to hold, but I don't think Mythic have really been challenging that much. Yes, they've been spotted here and there, but there's always been that stop that EG have put up when Mythic come in that direction, and they push them back. So the B fight hasn't really been that tough for EG. It's more happening on the A site, and by the time that Walco gets there, he's more the reinforcements that's helping to just dole out the damage. I mean, EG's already taken this half, 8-0. Mythic on a pistol buy up. It's a half buy, so they've got some detail to work with, and the body armor as well. Let's see if they can make it, turn it into a round victory. It's not going to be easy, that's for sure. Freakazoid goes down to 52. Walco naded to 44 HP at risk, but they don't really challenge him. They don't want to go to that B site just yet. It looks like they're doubling back. At least Freakazoid is. Maybe just making sure that no one tries to get in on the flank on his teammates that are trying to take the space in mid. Oh, nice nade toss. Cooper gets spotted out here.
He's going to bring the reinforcements in, right? Junior's here to support as well with that AWP. So when they get through this smoke, when they're coming towards the site, if they stick to it, well, they're in trouble. And they know it. Utilities dwindled down. You've got a single smoke. They seem to be still thinking about the donut play, but a shift back in towards the red room. This could work. I mean, if they overwhelm, right, on the Walco, it would be Hex as the next to respond. There's a path towards a B plan here, actually. This is not an impossibility. They would finally maybe kill the unkillable man. Smoke to just section him off. Interesting. It's going to be Hex on the spam. And everybody's back over here. So, this push has been neutered, but damage suddenly exploding through. All on a Freak, but he doesn't have the bomb control. 35 seconds. He's got to get back over to it. Has a rifle at least. But Walco, the Immortal, is still up, and he will make it through another round unfelled.
It's unbelievable how much presence was around him, and he still stays alive and behind cover and pops out at the perfect time to support his teammate, do some damage, and he's got 146 ADR. 15-0. Looking good. 9-0. Also, looking good for EG overall. Looking great. Mythic is going to come through here with almost a full buy. I don't know if they've even had full util in a single buy-up so far on Ancient here, but it's close at the very least for them. 4 AKs in the op. Junior, aggressive fight. My goodness, no respect being shown at all. And when you're hitting those shots, I guess you don't have to show any respect. Junior is just stunting on Mythic at this point. 5v3. Flom goes down to Junior as well, who's looking for now his 4th, but George is going to get a freebie delivered to him. You don't have to.
Oh. I mean, this is one of those games where mostly just laughter, I'd imagine, at this point for EG, because things are going about as well as they can, right? Yeah. Like, this, you couldn't, things couldn't be going your way more. Well, yeah, Mythic just struggling to get any sort of attention to these rounds.
Yeah, I mean, Ancient haven't played it for a while as well, right? I think the last one they played was in March. It wasn't that quintuple overtime match. They played it against, wait, actually, was it against Spain? No, Anubis they played against Spain. Yeah, it was a little while ago that they played Ancient. So perhaps they thought, okay, well, Anubis isn't there. Let's try it out and see how it works. And so far, it's not at all. Hex is going to take down Hate. Junior gets Cooper. It is all EG again. If they could slip through and get a bomb plant, but no, I mean, the gap's been closed, and there's Junior again.
And they got the bomb. They've got the bomb. They've got full control. The Op's going to be here watching it. There's no reason to shift away. Eventually, somebody will have to go watch mid, but Rush can be more than capable of doing it. Now, I mean, the defense is ironclad. I'm not even sure they know they have the bomb. They certainly do have full control.
I think they must have seen it by now.
I mean, they would have seen it on the minimap when the player was carrying it.
Exactly.
I think it's below a lip currently, but there's no world where someone could have retrieved it. So, yeah, they're just sitting on it. And you can see the mid players are starting to crunch in, limiting the possibilities for escape here for Mythic, limited as they were. And eventually, the fight is just going to come to them. So it's all Flom with a Tech 9 and a Dream. That Dream killing Walco. That Dream, not a reality.
15-0. Walco's just...
Bro, at this point, just run a 5-man cave play and try and kill Walco.
Oh my god, like just literally just try and take him down.
Just get him. Like I mean, at least on one of these Tech 9 ecos, just run at Walco.
I don't know if that's even on their minds at this point, but I think they just want to try and get around. They still got enough loss bonus, of course, to pile up with whatever they should want. Mostly 3 AKs of wheel. And an op. Freak is always going to be walking out here looking for those entries. He is their entry fragger, although he doesn't have much opportunity to find anything. Oh no, Cooper! He finds Walco.
There we go!
He is finally gone.
He's dead! The Immortal is dead! His first death. There will be no deathless man in this season of ECL. It's not happening. Not in this game. Finally, Mythic can breathe a sigh of relief. Turns out he is not immortal. Even gods bleed. So does Walco. Junior could get timing here. He's actually got Rush with him as the bodyguard, so never mind. They're aware of every possibility. And Rush, loyal bodyguard that he is, will make sure that no one's touching his offer.
Yeah. Well, Cooper's going to try and return the favor here, and oh my goodness, Junior. He's protected by 2 rifles, and he gets the frag. Hex and Rush follow up. It's all down to Hate. And even though they finally kill the unkillable man, it's, well...
They got him, though.
Not a good situation. They did
Successful
get him.
round. They got him.
I don't know if that's a successful
Ladies and
round,
gentlemen, they got him. But success in terms of round win, not so much. As the battering continues. At this point, Mythic have been fully battered. They're ready for the Friar.
Yeah, and this is what we want to see from EG pretty much night in and night out. We know they have the potential to really stomp a lot of teams. The skill is there. The IGL talent is also present in Walco. I really feel like this EG squad could threaten at a much higher level and are very much a team that could come out and take all of ECL. There's some tough teams out there for sure in Pain, MIBR, Nouns, Wildcard as well, but I think EG has the potential to stand above that pack.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when we're looking at Melbourne, right, the result there,
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed in them. Not because I think
Yeah,
they were
me too.
slated as the favorites or because they should have won any of the games, because I had this faith that they had the ability to play above maybe the expectations, maybe above the shoulds. They could make something happen. And I think you could probably say a lot of it's inexperience. That is the most brutal possible travel you can do as a team.
Yeah, that's really difficult for sure.
So earning those opportunities again, getting those chances can only help improve them. Junior getting very proactive. I also have to say, really love for Junior how proactive he's been in the early round. One of the things we've occasionally criticized him for is while he's had massive impact, sometimes he's a little more passive into games. And here on Ancient, he has been going for it and finding that 5v4 round after round.
Well, it does go down there.
You're dead. A chance. So many bodies are here. So many rifles are here. That's going to be a mow down.
Well, they got Junior, and then everything kind of fell by the wayside. Evil Genius is doing a really good job communicating and making sure that the reinforcements are in position. That if a player does manage to go down, or does happen to go down, there's a couple of players there to close the gap. And I mean, that's what the advantage is as well of Junior going for those early fights and those quick engagements. On CT side is he can call out the information, and by the time the Ts are able to come through, there are players waiting for them. So there are a lot of benefits to the way he's been playing now, the way he's adjusted, in fact, the way he plays with y'all.
Right now in the Mythic comms, what they're saying is, come on, boys, just get one.
I think it's the sound of silence there.
You think so? No, I don't know. Do they ever go silent in the Mythic comms?
Probably not.
I feel like they're a pretty
they're all
rowdy
streamers,
bunch.
so I think they probably talk a lot.
Yeah, this would be some really sad streams if they were just all silent.
Yeah.
Look at this damage on Freak. I think this is just off his detail, so he is hurting. Well, bomb plant might happen. Even that's going to be a bit in doubt. Cooper's the last one in. He's the one with the bomb, and now he's alone. Oh, no. A kill, at least. Something doing. They're going for the knife.
Oh,
and Walco
goodness.
will deny the knife by spraying down Coop.
Walco's saying, "Be nice, guys. Let's not go for the knife." Oh boy, 14-0 in favor of EG. This one has been one-sided from the beginning. We kind of felt it right in those first two rounds. Yes, it's still in the early goings, but you feel the way the team is playing that it's going to just carry over, and it has. 15th and final round in this first half of action. Mythic, it feels like they can do no right. Wherever they go, they're stopped.
This angle from George. This is a real slick one. Oh, he's passed. He's passed. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that Flong's there in mid. This is going to get weird. And it's Respoke now, so he's on the flank. I don't know if this is going to matter because everybody's been vaporized towards B, but this is a really nifty play from George. Reminiscent of that push through mid and the flank up donut. One big kill, but he can't follow it up. So now at this point, this flank probably doesn't matter. It was a slick maneuver, but honestly, him having missed Flom might actually work for the advantage of this turning in the 1v3. Especially because Rush clearly has no idea where Flom is.
He still needs the bomb, though.
Does need the bomb. He still has to pull off a pretty nutty 1v2, but he's got enough time that he could reposition, and Flom realizes this, so back to window he goes. We draw on EG's focus. How long does it take them to realize he could reroute? They're realizing. They figured it out. They've cracked the code, and now Walco comes a-looking. And he comes to collect. 19-1. That's Walco's scoreline. 15-0 is our scoreline to head into the half.
love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
And we're back in it here, folks. This one could be a quick one because it's 15-0. And let's see if Mythic's going to be able to get around. It has to be here, John. Has to be now.
I mean, it's an all-important pistol round because if they lose it, they're done.
That is Flom's favorite trope. This is the must-win pistol.
That's why I said it.
You're welcome, Flom. You must win this pistol.
Oh, man.
See what he's got for us. See if Flom can light the way. EG just going to hold for a moment and see if Mythic's going to do anything cheeky. Right? They got the P250 for the mid fights, and they've got a bunch of players outside here on the Snake. And there's the P250 finding results early on. Now there's the explode in towards Cave. They actually go for the boost. Love that execution. Goodbye, Freakazoid. And it's already looking dire for Mythic. So this one could be over before it even begins. A goosh onto hate. It goes from bad to worst, and in towards the B site they go. And not many defenders remain to do any of that defending. Make it just Truck Lover. Let's see if this truck can find anything. One kill at least. They won't completely get blown out of this round, but it will be just about the next best thing. Domination from the evil geniuses here on map 1. An absolute abject slaughter. A 16-0. Is that our first 16-0 on the season, John?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think we've had one before at this point.
There you go. There you go. Absolute slaughter coming through.